Your country 1039 KGRT, Blake Shelton, and nobody. Gino Aragon here with you this morning in the Charlie Clark studios. And before we get to our question of the day, just a little reminder, because I'm going to be doing it all day long for everybody. Polls opened up at 7 o'clock. It is election day. Get out there and vote because, yes, absolutely, especially in all of our local stuff here, your vote matters.
Time now for the question of the day.
And speaking of voting, yes, our question of the day does have something to do with voting and election day in general. You know, a lot of people did it early to avoid standing in line because nobody wants to stand in a long time in line. But the same question, it gets asked every election day. And that question being, should it be a federal holiday to make voting easier for everybody? Like if you didn't have to try and vote before you get to work or stand in line after you get out of work, or maybe even you thought you could sneak in there at lunchtime and it just, took a little bit longer than that. Would it make voting easier for everybody if it were a federal holiday? I mean, there's lots of things going on out there in the news about how, it would be to make voting easier for everybody so that everybody can get out there and vote. And why not making the federal holiday out of Election Day? A new poll actually asked thousands of Americans, and 66% said, yes, Election Day should be a holiday. Another 14% aren't sure, okay, and 20% are opposed to the idea. Those are probably the people that need to open up their stores on time, but I can understand that. But what do you think? That is my question for you today on Election Day. Should Election Day be a federal holiday? Now, I say that knowing that my job is not one of those jobs that usually observes all of those federal holidays. So I might personally be working myself, but I'm willing to bite the bullet for that one. But the question for you is, should Election Day be a federal holiday? Should everybody get that day off to make sure that they can go out and vote? Could it actually increase the number of people that actually go out and vote? I am curious. So go ahead and give me your answers to our question of the day. You can call those in on our Zia Comics hotline. You can also text them in on our Zia Comics text line, 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. Or as we are live on our socials this morning, you can leave your comments on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter pages as well. But that is my question of the day for today, Election Day. Should Election Day be a federal holiday so we all get the day off and we all get the opportunity to vote? I think it should be. In my personal opinion, I really do think it should be a federal holiday so that we can increase voter interactions and make sure that everybody gets out there to vote. So there's none of those excuses. Well, I didn't have time today. I was washing my hair all day. No, none of that. No. Get out there and vote. And I believe heavily in making sure that you vote. Whatever it is, whatever your politics are, whatever it is, I don't care. But get out there and vote. Because if you don't vote, then you don't deserve the right to complain about things later. I say that your vote is actually your right to complain about things later because, you took part in the whole process. So that's what I believe. So in general, I think that Election Day should be a federal holiday, or at least you would have the option to take a half day or something like that to make sure that you went out and vote, and businesses should maybe allow for that in some way or fashion. But that is my opinion. What is yours? What are your answers to our question of the day? Should Election Day be a federal holiday? In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in and around the world. You may have noticed that last night's Powerball drawing was not done at its normal time. And if you know why, well, that's pretty easy. The lottery released a statement saying that due to participating lottery needing extra time to complete the required security protocols, the Powerball has strict security requirements that must be met by all 48 lotteries before a drawing can occur. And when the required protocols are complete, the drawing will be performed. That pretty much delayed it all the way up until the middle of the night. So that's why you didn't get your Powerball drawings early last night. I'm going to tell you this, didn't win anything, but that's okay. That's just me. Also, U.S. elections project more than 40 million Americans have already cast early ballots for today's midterm elections, and that's a lot. That really is. Also saw that Jimmy Kimmel is returning to host the Oscars for a third time. The award show is going to be held on Sunday, March 12th on ABC. Hopefully, no drama will occur. Also saw that the rap, says Kelly Clarkson's daytime talk show has been renewed till 2025. And also, this is actually pretty cool. Apparently, Vlasic, we already talked about the candles. Yep, Vlasic has created those pickle smelling. I just don't like pickles. I don't do that. Here's some better news about food right here. Cinnabon celebrating the holidays by offering chocolate frosting and cream cheese frosting pints so people can take them home and use them in their own kitchens during the upcoming months. The pints are available at Cinnabon locations, and if my guess is probably some people would just go ahead and eat the frosting and not necessarily worry about putting it on something. Although the frosting is really good on a nice hot cinnamon for sure. But yeah, that's what's going on in and around the world today. And of course, our question for you today being Election Day. Should Election Day be a federal holiday? Should we all get the day off to make sure that we go out and vote? And like I said, I don't care what your politics are. I really don't, because I just think it's important that we all get out there and vote. And if giving everybody the day off would be one of those things, make it a bank holiday, a federal holiday, something that would make it easier for everybody to get out there so there's no excuse about time and running out of time, then that would be, I think, something that could be made everybody, life a little bit easier to not stand in line to get that done. But I do encourage everybody to get out there and vote because, like I said, when you're voting, you're reserving your right to complain about things later. So there you go. That is our question of the day. Once again, you can call or text message the answer on our Zia Comics hotline and text line 575-523-KGRT, or just leave a comment right here on our social media pages, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Leave your comments for our question of the day. Should Election Day be a federal holiday?